Hey there, happy day 727 of What's She Up To Now. I lost my light. Not that it matters. I don't look much better with the light on as I do with it off, so maybe it is better off. Fill the bill. That's what I'm thinking about and talking about today. And that expression, of course, comes from the 1800s theater where the list of performers was called a bill. And if the theater manager thought that maybe the audience would be more satisfied by adding acts, they would add acts to fill the bill. Back in those days, the audience expected singers, dancers, actors, comedians. I don't know if they did magic, probably magicians and things, but they liked a full round of watchers to kind of make sure that they satisfied anybody in the crowd's needs. So filling the bill, we fill the bill in lots of ways, right? We fill the bill. First, we need to fill the bill for ourselves. We need to make sure that we are getting our needs and desires met, right? We fill the bill. We have to be happy before we can make other people happy. We have to love ourselves before we can love other people. I like to think everybody knows that, but I'm not sure that we all do. I definitely don't always behave that way. But we need to fill the bill. We need to fill our own cup before we have anything to share with other people. In all areas and aspects of our life. We need to fill the bill with respect to what it is that we do and those that we serve and those that we. And I guess I mean by filling the bill for ourselves, we need to make sure that we have the right people and processes and systems and things in our life to be happy and satisfied and to find the success that we want, to make our dreams come true. I mean, don't we all really want to make our dreams come true? Yes, I say double-handed yes to that. I'm raising both my hands. So first we need to fill the bill for ourselves, and we do that in a multitude of ways. If we expect one other person to fill all of our needs, all of our emotional, spiritual, relationship, etc. needs, we're going to be really disappointed and unhappy, because the truth is we are the only person that can make sure all those things are satisfied. And we're not going to do that in a vacuum. We're going to bring other people, other situations, other things into our life in order to fill the bill, to feel satisfied, to feel like we are living a happy, successful life. So we're going to make sure that in our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, contributing to other people, financial, and relationship ways, that we're going out and finding ways to fill that bill for ourselves. I would say the bill for each of us in our lives is finding some way to get something in each of those areas going, right? Our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, relationship, contribution, and financial. We need to have stuff going in all those areas, and that is initiated and comes from us, right? Nobody else can do it for us. So to me, that's the equivalent of the theater managers filling their entertainment bill, is us filling our lifetime bill, filling up our lives. And the better job we do about that, the better we manifest and go out and create and add those things to our life, the happier we'll be. At least usually, And I think where we get unhappy is when we're out of whack. If we are spending all of our time and energy taking care of our bodies and we're letting everything else go, we get unhappy because it doesn't fill the bill. We have too much weight and too much emphasis in one of those areas and not enough in the others. We can do the same thing in any of those areas, any area that we put all of our emphasis on. I used to work all the time. I used to worry about the financial and work all the time, but I was letting my physical well-being, my mental well-being, my emotional well-being, my relationships, and everything else go at the expense of working and finance, so financial and all the time, right? All the time. I didn't have any energy left over for anything else, or I had just little teeny bits of energy that I could put in anything else. And that meant I was out of whack because I wasn't filling my own personal bill. So I was talking about that with respect to how you would grow and build your business or supersize your business. But the more I think about it, the more everything starts with us, right? Everything and anything starts with us, right? It starts from within us because we create everything. I know a lot of people don't know that or believe that, but we do. We create everything. Everything starts with us and inside of us and with what we want. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And if you ask people what they want, the vast majority of them cannot tell you. It's scary but true. So I'm actually doing a challenge with Mel Robbins. I just found out about it like the middle of the month, and I'm trying to catch up. It's a month-long challenge called Best Decade Ever, and it's all about dreaming big, dreaming much bigger than we've ever allowed ourselves to dream in the past. So it's really fun. I think I'm only on about the third or fourth day of doing the actual exercises. I'm trying to listen ahead in case they all go away like a lot of challenges do nowadays, but I'm doing the exercises in the workbook as per her instructions. So I started on like probably day 21. I think it was beginning of week 3 for them. So I am actually then going back. I'm listening, but then I'm going back and I'm doing assignments day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. So I can actually experience it the way I'm supposed to experience, or should have experienced it if I had found out about it at the beginning of the year and started then. Also, one funnel away. I'm starting my challenge, Live Thrive Challenge. I decided February 3rd. And now today is the 22nd, so I'm gonna have to haul it, isn't it? No, today's the 25th. Oh my God, today's the 25th. So I'm gonna have to really hurry up on that. I just thought about that today. Now, I reserve the right to change my mind and move it to the 10th. But there's 2 other big challenges that I personally know of that are happening on the 10th. The One Funnel Away Challenge and the Kelly Roach is doing a challenge. I just listened to hers for the first time in January, and she's doing her February one on the 10th too. So I'm not sure I want to start when I know that, and I guess it doesn't matter because they're not the same people that I'm targeting. So maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I could start the 10th, but I'm thinking the 3rd right now. I think I want to do my first live run through on the 3rd. Thinking I'll do it on my Thrive Challenge page. It'll be the Live Thrive Challenge, and I am going to target an incredible group of people, which I haven't said yet. So I better start doing that today, or I'm not going to have anybody in it. And I'd like to have people in it, right? We always want to have people in our challenges. So Live Thrive Challenge starting on February 3rd, Monday, February 3rd. It will be a 10-day challenge. I think I'm going to model after, I've already got it. I've got my way, but I'm going to tweak it like the Kelly Roach model, I think. So I need to rally and fill my bill with some help and support for that in order to pull it off the way I want to pull it off and to provide an amazing experience and service for the people that we serve and the people that participate in that. So I need to enlist the help of a couple of people for that. That I haven't had a chance to because we're selling our home, and that has taken up the last couple of weeks of my time. The vast majority of the time that I could do on other things, I've been doing it and working on that, which is fine because I'm old and I always have time to do challenges, right? Still doing the 365-day fun challenge this year. This year is all about fun. Last year was all about happiness. The year before that was all about stretching my comfort zone, doing one thing a day that scared me. I don't know why I decided that this online video thing was going to be the thing that I do every day. It's kind of a big commitment. I mean, there's days like today where I look awful and I just don't even want to get on camera. So that's what the podcast is for, right? Anyway, fill the bill. So filling the bill, challenge. I love challenges. They're fun. I'm sure I'm not sure if I'm going to lead a group through the One Funnel Away Challenge on February 10th or not. I haven't really decided. I've got several groups that I've led through that, or I think that'd be my 5th group. So already led a bunch of groups through it. Might or not. Might just focus on doing my own thing this year. And I've got a recorded, a huge recorded library amassed from doing the challenges before with people, so I can always introduce people and bring people through it that way, and then just do like a once weekly live Q&A to make sure I'm serving them really, really well. So putting together the components of the Live Thrive Challenge, working on the house. We've got multiple offer situations, so I have to hand that off to my attorney today and communicate with the people that I showed the house to, because I've showed the house to some people, my ex has showed the house to some people. We've gotten offers across the board, so we're just like, give it to the attorney and let him deal with it. I decided that it's a lot less stressful, right? And that's such a good job of fixing up the house and getting it ready to move on to another family that will be really happy there. It's a great way to close out the divorce situation, and I want to keep it on a high note. I don't want to have to deal with the details of this, so we already decided. Contacted my attorney yesterday and I said, okay, we need help with this. Can we just send it all to you? So he said, absolutely. So that's what I'm going to set in motion today. Is I have to set that in motion today, make sure that that gets handled. Anyway, if I can help you in any way, shape, or form, hit me up in the comments below. Just ask. You know, one of my biggest challenges in my life has been to ask for help. And I'm telling you, asking, I don't know why we get so afraid to ask people for help, because people actually, they don't ask them to give you the world, but you can ask them a question and either they'll answer it or they won't. Whenever anyone asks me a question, I answer it. I don't not answer it. And if I don't know the answer, I'm going to tell you, okay, I feel stupid, but I don't know the answer, but I'll find out, or ask so-and-so, or I'm going to forward your question to so-and-so, and they can help you with this, right? But always ask. The worst thing that's going to happen if you ask someone something is they're going to say no. Well, how many times have we heard no in our life? Like hundreds of millions? I mean, think of yourself when you were a 2-year-old. How many times did you hear no and you just asked over and over and over again? I'll never forget, for like, when we were growing up, my sister that's a year younger than me, we used to call her the pokey little puppy. But she was relentless. When she wanted something, she would ask incessantly until she got it. And she would just wear you down. She still kind of does that, but she'll just wear you down. I'll never forget, she wanted a poke-out book. And it wasn't birthday time, it wasn't Christmas, it wasn't anything time, but she wanted a paper doll poke-out book. And she asked my mom and dad and talked about it for like 2 months before they finally gave in and got her the poke-out book, because they couldn't stand her asking for it anymore. So be relentless, but you don't even have to be relentless. Just ask, and just ask a bunch of different people, and you will get the answer that you need. You will find out anything that you need. So that's it. Have an absolutely amazing day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.